Hello guys and welcome to a new video. This time I will be doing the Microsoft Excel World Championship qualification round for case, the Formula Bar and Grill by Brian Wright. The original round was yesterday. I did alright, although I screwed up on one level super hard, which cost me like 10 minutes or so in time for something I could have done in way less time, but yeah, anyways, we'll talk about this later. First, as a preparation, I've imported my lambdas, although I will only use this one of those lambdas. All other lambdas are not of interest. And yeah, first create some tables. This is the price table, and this is the order table. And let's jump into the case. So, what was the last placed order? As this is sorted ascendingly, we can use XLOOKUP in the order table for the date, returning from the order table the hashtag number, and our search mode is -1, and we get to our result. Done. So here on this level I screwed up spectacularly because I haven't watched the data properly or looked at the data properly. So how many units of the items are represented in this order? I haven't paid attention to this ticket number. I used this text here and created a, I think, 5-line formula, so single cell formula, to create based on this text a answer for this. And it was like 10 minutes going down the garbage, going down the drain, and yeah, otherwise I would have scored better, but yeah. Anyways, at least I've learned something. Look properly at the data, could save some time. Also, the hint, this is an easy level and this took me like 10 minutes or more. Would also have been a hint to, yeah, look at there properly. Okay, level 2. How many items units are located? Therefore, we use an XLOOKUP, look for the order hashtag, and now we want to have not the customer order, we want the order ticket, because this is this code. And now there are two options. One is you split this with a mid function. Mid x sequence len of x divided by 2, step 2, number of characters 2, because the code is always 2 characters for each of those items. Or you have a lambda for this. Text split by n characters, x split every 2 characters for 2 characters. It's basically the same, but faster. And from now on I will use this lambda. I haven't used it in my live attempt because, yeah, I use this lambda quite rarely and this mid stuff wasn't that time consuming. But yeah, from now on I will use this. This is then C, our code. And now I want to have rows. Filter for C if C equals XLOOKUP. This in price table, menu item, price, wrong price, price code, which is 5 here. And if we copy this in, we know that it's right also in between the hints. And here we have an error, and we have errors if an answer is 0, because this filter function will hand out an error if something is 0. Therefore, if error 0, drag it down, done. At least we have an indication through this error code. Now, based on this code here, there are different prices in the price table. You sum this up and then there is a discount if there is a so-called combo meal. And the combo meal is done if all 3 items of a meal are in this order. And therefore I write a price thing. So first we want to split this again. Yes, I know. Here we have this. Oh, yeah, okay. I want to do this aside because then we can do it step by step. I think it's E5, E5, yes. So here we have our codes. I hate this with tables. It's actually cool, but when you want to do something step by step, it's unnerving. Then we want to have the type. So x lookup for as in price code returning price category. Now sum of x lookup for the code in price code returning price. This is the price without without the combo meal. How is it called? Discount. Sorry. And now I also screwed up in my MECC attempt because I've used group by here. But group by is only working so min of and then I will in group by. But if I have only 2 of 3 items, it will still have an output. So now I map in unique of, or I do not need unique at all. Map in all the categories and then rows filter t equals a, but first lambda a rows t equals a. Yes, and then I want to have the min of this. And this 2 times because $2 per order, and I think we have here some errors. So if error, if there is no, not for everything something, if error 0. Yes. Now we can copy this formula in here and we have our price formula. And then we can do an xlookup in our order table for order hashtag returning order price. Yes, everything solved. Now, daily revenue is also super easy with the thing we did already. Sum if is order price if order date equals the date given. Drag this down, done. Level 5. How many times were the following items found in each order? Exactly done by this. Therefore I do here sidestep, transpose, not translate, transpose all our codes which are from the price table, price code. Now we count how often they're in there. I also screwed up here in the MECC attempt because I did a substitute and not a filter based on the text, because that's a problem when you have something like this which is concatenated without a delimiter in between, that sometimes you have like EW would be also eliminated if it's like from a different, so if it's BE and VB and not only EW. That's the problem. Therefore, text split split by n characters for E5 to 2. Yes, fix the column, and then let S for split rows filter S if S equals this. Here I want to fix the row if error 0. Now let's track this until here. Copy it. Take some time, but now we are good to go. Yes. So now here I first want to have the number. Therefore I use a text before minus minus, and if there is an error, then it's 0. Then it's 1, sorry, not 0. And here we have now the numbers for everything. Now I want to have the item. So if this is larger than 1, then I want to have a text after for this. Otherwise I want to have the value directly. Now we need to get rid of the s's. So if this sorry. Oh no, we can do it directly here. Oh, that's good. So if let t, so fries is also fries when there are 3 fries. So if t equals fries, then I want to have fries. Otherwise, I want to have left t len t minus 1 to get rid of the s. Yes, and now we do an XLOOKUP for this name in our price table for the menu item, returning the code. Now we have the code in here, and yeah, let's do a filter in here. Need to have this fixed, returning everything from here. If this is the item we're searching for, why is there an error? No, switch this up. So if this equals then this, sorry. Hashtag, lost the hashtag. Here it is. And this should be then the same as this. True and false. Now you want to have this also for the second item. Switch things simply out and then sum this up, and we get to our result 172, which is the answer, I think. Yes, everything solved. Now level 6. Here my level 2 work would have come in handy if I would have gotten to this level. But yeah, anyways, done is done. Now we always know that the orders are starting with 3 words at the beginning. Therefore we get rid of those 3 words. Text after. Guys, text after the third space. Then we substitute out the end against nothing, and we substitute out the point at the end. and then we split by comma. We trim to get rid of spaces we do not want. Yeah. Let's use a let on this. N is minus minus if error text before t, otherwise 1, which gives out the number. Oh yes, sorry, minus minus set wrongly, but now it's right. And our item is text after t delimiter. Now we need to search for s's and get rid of s's. So if I equals fries, then fries. Otherwise, if n larger than 1, left of I, len of I minus 1 to get rid of the s, otherwise I. Here we have then the values. We do an xlookup based on those values in price menu item returning price code. Here we have then the codes, and now use a repeat or rept function and n as our repetition value. Concat this stuff, and we are done. Here is an error. I don't get this error, but still after the second time getting this error, but we can do this manually. So choose box is JB 2 times, then fries 2 times is FR. Choose box is again JB, and then deluxe stock is DH. Yeah, here we go. Sometimes this is, especially in time critical stuff, this is more useful than doing this manually. So yeah. Anyways, I will do level 7 at the end. First do a few bonus questions. Maximum number of orders placed in a single day. It's index, group by, row fields are orders, doesn't matter. Order date. Oh no, row fields is order date, values doesn't matter. But since we have used date here, we can use the count function. Sort order -2, row first row, second column to get the value of the highest date thing. Total revenue across all data with discounts is simple as sum of, or not price, order, and there the price. Maximum number of orders containing at least one combo meal for a single day. This is super weird, but I got it even in the live attempt, what was asked here. I do not have something for combo meals, but we'll add combo. I will evaluate on this formula. It's basically this here. Okay, this is wrong because this should be E5. Yeah, now there's a combo meal. They're not, yeah, seems right because there are no soft drinks, so no drinks. Now group by. I know this should be then larger than 1. larger than 0, sorry. Yes, now we can use index group by, one of my most favorite functions right now. Row fields are dates, values doesn't matter, and we want to count a in this case. Oh, we can still use count because it's a number. Sort order -2. Filter array is order combo, and since it's true and false, we do not need to have there something else. First row, second column, and we're done. How much discount was applied in total across all historical data? Yes. So simply we need the number of combo discount done, and now equals sum order combo n times 2. On average, how many entrees are ordered in each order across the historical data? Yes, we have here something, because we have here the according item and how often they are ordered within each order. Now let's find out what is an entree there. Here are our entrees, and now we want to have the average of a by row sum, but only over the entree columns. Sum and rounded, this would be 3. Yes. No, sorry. Make this beautiful. Now here we go. Let's go to the last one. This is kind of tricky, and yeah, we are 22 minutes in, and I don't think we will be that much faster. So the thing is, with this hint, you can solve 50% of it in a few seconds, because it's basically text split by n to xlookup for this in price, code, price, prep time, and then a max of this. And this will work for the first 10 answers. Boom. And with this you would have scored super high. But we can also do the second part, and for this I will do a side step. Yes, so let's copy this in here, or let's copy. So here we have our time thing. We can split this. And now do an xlookup, because we want to have the preparation time. And I think only entrees have a preparation time. Years, sides, and drinks do not have a preparation time. Xlookup for this in price, code, returning price, prep time. Let x, get rid of zeros, filter xx. You do not need here something like unequal to 0, because 0 is interpreted as 0 or false, and a number is interpreted as true even though it's larger than 1. So let's make this to a single row, drag this down, and let's flat this table, so unpivot it. So basically we want to have this and semicolon and filter this if this is larger than 0, and also join this together. drag it down for 20 rows. And also join this here together. Now we have our code. We can then split this code. Rep rows and minus minus, and we now have always how long it takes and from which order those items are in, since they're all prepared in this order. We do not need to pay attention anymore, but we will also want to have the time. Therefore, we do a simple XLOOKUP to bring in there the starting time. Since we have this number as a unique identifier, it's quite simple. Yes, okay, now we have this unpivot. We can also copy this as data. Bring it in there. I think I need a little bit more space, so drag this down a few rows. And let's start with the fun. So we know that we have 20 cooks that can do something. And we know that our minimum starting time is the starting time from the first order. Time, and I think I will do this for a few rows. Okay, now. And we want to know which robot is preparing this order. So this is basically an XLOOKUP for this in the predetermining row, returning the robot stuff, and the match mode is exact match or next smaller item. And then it should return something. Okay, and this is working if I then force here. This is prepared by the first robot, which basically makes sense because the first robot is free. And now we make a formula. So if this is fix the column, not the column, the row, sorry. If this robot is same as this here, where we fix the row, then we calculate this value plus the preparation time. Preparation time column fixed. Otherwise, we take the time from above. There's something odd. First is first. What is wrong here? So if 1 is 1, then okay. For of course I need to do this into Excel seconds divided by 60, 60, and 24. And let's track this. So we have tracked this. Now, but of course, our minimum or our maximum, so our time we can start this stuff is actually not always the time above. It's actually the maximum of the time above and our time the order has started, because we cannot prepare something until the order has started. So here we go. And then also do we need something else in here? And also the maximum overall is the start of the order. So this is then here 2 times. And let's track this down. Okay, we have here a few NAs, but we will come to those NAs later. Here we go. let's track down the robot stuff. And here we go. That was expected, because we know that the first 10 orders are going smoothly without any order backlog. But from there on we have an order backlog, and we need to switch the max mode to exact match our next larger item. And we this is a little bit late, and we're getting there. There's something odd here. Oh yeah, of course. Okay, there was something odd in here. I think I've copied from above and not. Now it seems to work accordingly. But let's double check with some stuff. So, oh no, I've lost the max function. Oh yes. So here, max as before. Max of this. Now it seems to work accordingly. And yeah, let's use yeah, okay. But now we need to figure out how much time we actually need for this calculation, because here we cannot use on these seconds. We cannot calculate based on these seconds. We need to calculate based on something else, and therefore I use an XLOOKUP to search for our robot in here and return the time this robot is using. Our Excel team, please. I want to make here absolute references with hashtags, even though I haven't changed this stuff here. Yes, and then minus the actual starting time. And because this is in Excel seconds, we need to multiply with 60, 60 and 24. And now you need to pay attention, because this number is actually not rounded, because it's in the back end, it's calculating kind of exactly, and therefore we need to round it to the nearest second. And yeah, we can go from there on. There's something out here. Ah yes, of course, this shouldn't be fixed. I was annoyed by the Excel stuff. Okay, here we go. Let's use a group by, one of my favorite functions. Based on this, these are the value fields. Function is max. We do not need anything else. Don't copy the total. But here we go, level 7 solved without any hiccups. I think we're over 30 minutes. Yeah, a little bit over 30 minutes. But anyways, it was a fun case. Brian, I think he did so far a game case, a map case, and now a data case. So kind of a variety with this case author. And I also liked Temple of the Golden Idol, so here. Anyways, funny case. Hopefully you haven't screwed up with level 2 and I hope you took a look at the data more properly than I did. But yeah, write down in the comments how you did. Thank you for attention. Bye.